just doing the base, and then we'll move on to the eyeshadow. And I think I'm going to be doing like a pastel green, blue, and then like a purple contour today. You can kind of use any color combo. I've been doing pretty similar looks the last few days, but I've been really liking them, so we're just kind of sticking to that. And again, like the stage, we don't really need to worry about how consistent it is. I just want something for the eyeshadow to like stick to. Yeah, thank you. And I'm also gonna do the neck just maybe after I do the face, I think. I don't know why, I just don't feel like doing it right now. And I am going to block my brows a little bit more than usual today. So I'm going to be putting a few layers of product in. Thank you. Okay. Just to kind of tone them down like a little bit. And then we're going to get into the interesting part in a second. And this is kind of giving you like that bleach brow look without actually bleaching the brows. And we'll definitely go over with powder, but we're not there yet. Okay, moving on to the fun part. We're going to be using So to start, we're actually going to use this brush, and I'm going to go in with my highlights first. So I'm going to use, I think, a little bit of this turquoise to start for highlight. And I'm going to put it right under the eye. So this is going to be like the lightest point of the whole look, pretty much. So I'll show you what placement I like to do. This kind of helps lift the face and just keep it not too flat. So we're just going to... You want it to be like a triangle under the eyes. A little on the chin. And I also like to put it under the jaw. Okay. Now we're going to take some light blue. And a little bit of royal blue. And this is just going to fill in and remove the flesh tone, because we're going to do a lot of layers of different colors. So I'm just trying to make them transition a little bit easier into each other. Okay. Now we're going to really start building the shadow up. So I'm going to take a purple And I'm gonna put this right under my cheekbones. Just gonna get a mirror. And then with the excess, I'm going to again, we're really just starting. Thank you. I'm now going to take a teal color. Because we're trying to build up the tones. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. I'm going to go back in with some of the highlight colors now. And I'm going to take a bit more of the blue on a dense brush. Because I want it to be a bit more vibrant. And we're just going to build it up slowly. green. Hey, thanks for joining. And the green contrasts with the purple well, so it really helps with the contour and highlight because they already have a difference. So it's actually quite helpful. And I'm just gonna kind of keep building on the layers until I get the saturation and the blend I want. Because this is like a base, but it's kind of patchy still, so we want to improve on that. So I'm gonna take actually a little bit of bright purple. Just kind of build it up. Something like that. And you want to really blend it like into the hairline. Because again, like flesh tones are really obvious with a look like this. That's why I kind of just go over the ear and just like go over everything as I go. And I'll show you the nose, I'd say contouring. I'm not trying to change the shape of my nose, I'm just trying to add depth to it, but I'll show you how I do that as well in like a little bit. You know what, I'll start some of it now. I do it in layers, so and when I look like this, I'd like to kind of come back to something, start again. So, because it's easy to kind of become blind to what you've just done. So I'm going to start with highlights. I'm going to go in with some pastel. And just start packing pigment down. Not necessarily trying to be perfect, but just, again, just packing shadow down. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm doing like a pastel fairy thing. Yeah, we're just doing right now the base, and it's a lot of blending and different colors, so yeah. And I'm just doing a bit of the nose contour, but I was saying I usually do it in a few steps, so. bit of blue. And you can kind of start with harsher lines because we're going to do a lot of blending. And I'm really just looking for like a good color payout at the start. Again, I'm kind of following the natural curves. Like, I'm not trying to change my nose shape. I just want to have it be seen when we have all this crazy makeup going on. And I'm going to take some of this pastel green color just to give a quick blend. And now we're going to go in with some of the purple. Staying a little further up. And then blending it with the turquoise light highlight shade again. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm going to move to the face and then we're going to come back to the nose because obviously it's not finished. We're just doing some fairy makeup, but I'm doing the base right now. And I'm going to go back in with the blue because again, I just want to keep making everything as vibrant as possible. So I'm just going to keep building that up. Yep, we're definitely going for a fantasy look today. Okay. Just taking some dark purple. I think we can do some blush and then I'll do highlights again. So, actually gonna try. I think I'm gonna use the back of this brush, which I usually wouldn't use for this. I want to kind of put it right here. like that. The nose needs work. I don't know what happened today. We're gonna do a little bit of a reset. What did I do here? I'm so confused. Oh, I see. There we go. Just a little bit crooked. This is why we do a few steps. And I always like to do a double highlight, so I go back in with white foundation. I usually wet the sponge. I've never seen that. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds cool. Do they do cool makeup on the show? I'd be open to something like that. A little bit more. And I'm gonna start blending where like the most product can mix in. It just helps sharpen the face. And I'm going to It's a pretty easy way to kind of up your look. And I am going to take a white matte powder. I wasn't going to make this a matte look, but I kind of changed my mind. So I always